Proud to have Dan Clark on the show, longtime Saskatchewan Roughriders offensive lineman, and had a heck of a career with his team. I see you got a ring on there.
It's my wedding ring.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I didn't have time to stop at the safe to get that one out. Sorry, the safe deposit box.
It flashed, and I thought that was the big one.
I know. But many memories of winning in 2013 that, you know what, hopefully they replicate this year.
Definitely. It seems like the vibes are kind of coming into place for this team. I think actually the last time the Riders played the BC Lions in the playoffs was what year?
2013.
That was a pretty good year, right?
That's a pretty good year, I'd say. You think about it, 2013, the struggle, we thought really the hardest team that we played that year was in the playoffs was BC. Think about how Darian put it on his back and started running whenever he wanted to, and then completing the way he did. He put everything on his back there that day, so it was good to see.
Indeed he did. Dan Clark joins us for our homegrown feature brought to you by 2S Auctioneers Online Auction House. Start bidding today at 2sauctioneers.ca. Dan, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, what have you been up to since you retired?
Man, tell you what, the real world, it's a struggle, I tell you. No, been selling fire alarm equipment with Viking Fire Protection, so that's what I've been doing, spending time with my 8-year-old daughter and my 5-year-old son.
Right on.
Yeah.
Any of them into sports?
Yeah, we've been playing flag football, just started basketball, so it's full force right now with sports.
Lots going on.
Lots going on.
And you still follow your former teams, obviously the Riders and the Regina Thunder, who won the Prairie Football Conference Championship. Did you think that upset was coming over the Saskatoon Hilltops?
You know, nothing against the Saskatoon Hilltops. I know I got to spend some time with them this year, but I figured going in, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. Right, so you think about it going into that game, the way that they'd come out a little bit confident and allow that to kind of play factor. I thought the Thunder would have definitely a chance to really beat them. So, and then it played out.
And when you say you spent some time with the Hilltops, what do you mean?
I got to be a little part of their the rivalry game between the Thunder and the Hilltops. I represented the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Spoke at their dinner. It was a little tough, a little bit scary.
Yeah,
I've been used to getting my butt
you should have
there.
denied that, Clarky. What the heck?
Hey,
nah, no thanks.
No, you know what?
Yeah.
I still represented the Thunder when we did the coin toss. I went and I was like, I got to stand on this side for this. I'm sorry, gentlemen. So, nothing against the Hilltops. They're a stand-up organization. I would say the best in the CJFL. How to set the standards. 22 national championships. That's a pretty something that the Thunder are achieving and slowly taking their time to be able to build and get their brand where they want it.
Well, the Hilltops coming out to ask you to speak and do all that. That just goes to show the type of Saskatchewan born and bred hero you are, man. I mean, it's nostalgic sitting here with you because I remember back in the day when Clarky was carrying Jeremy O'Day and Gene Mikowski's bags. And he was a soldier, though. Everything they asked, he did, and I just watched him work from, the bottom of the depth chart to being one of the greatest riders ever, man. So I want to commend you for that. Hats off to you, bro. It's been great to watch. But what do you take away from that? And what if you had a chance to talk to some of these old linemen today, what would you say about your journey to help them be motivated for today?
Man, do what the team asks you to do. You know what I mean? You take that opportunity and you run with it.
Yeah.
I look at the chances that I had. Anytime a vet would give me any piece of information, I usually would write it down, be able to go back and kind of build on that. You look at the process from junior football, it is a huge jump that people do not fathom on how big it is. You're not in a pro-style offense usually. You're not in that college compete level with guys that are bigger, stronger, faster. And then you slowly look at it, how the junior football route has developed to be able to develop guys like Logan Furlan to be able to be a star in this league right now. It's just a continued work ethic as an offensive lineman. Do as you're told, do as you want, and you kind of just take it from there.
There you go.
How many years did you guys play together?
What was it? 3? I guess 3 seasons. Because I was 9 through 11. 11 was my last year.
3 seasons.
Yep.
Could you envision Clarky, as you called him, if that's okay to say?
Hey, it's okay if you want to say no.
As you did?
No, it was just based on where he was in the depth chart and the way the coaching staff was treating him, I would say no. But that just goes to show the determination that Clarky had because, I mean, there was definitely guys in front of him. Let's put it that way. So, but he worked his way up, bided his time, and when he got his chance, he was ready, and he became one of the greats.
Hey, that's the way that I always viewed it is, you know what, they may draft him before me, or being an undrafted guy, they may have been drafted, but you know what, I outlasted him. So I'm very proud of the journey that I took. It was a lot of hard work, but it's just the slow things. I sat back this year, and, I look back at my career, and I think we all do once we finish, and it's kind of like, you know what, I'm one of 45 starting centers in between 2 leagues, being the NFL and the CFL for a long time, and I just kind of been proud of that lately. So,
I don't think people think about it in that way, but it's so smart too because it's rare.
Absolutely. You think about those opportunities. You look at colleges, junior programs, arena football leagues. There's opportunities, but it's about what work ethic you want to put in to get those opportunities granted.
Yeah, you got to be
What
ready.
do you think set you apart in terms of earning your way up that depth chart, even though Wes Cates didn't think that
Yo, dang.
You one of those back? No, I'm just kidding. I think what set me apart was not willing to do everything the team asked. I look back in the 9s and the 10s. Dan, I need you to bump out the tackle. Am I a tackle? No, I'm 6'2" on a generous day. Tiny T-Rex arms that, have no advantage being on that edge. But that responsibility being asked, hey, Dan, can you step in and do that? Then I look at being able to get opportunity to play tight end a little bit and just, jumping on that. When the Riders said, hey, Dan, we want you to be the wedge on kickoff, I loved it. Like, come get it. You know what? I'll do anything that is needed to be able to kind of help the team to be able to win. And
I
having
didn't know you had wheels like that, Clarky.
Hey, being on that wedge, who was it? Scott McHenry and Neil Hughes, all they liked to do was tuck in behind me and let me take the brunt. So I'm okay with that. It was an opportunity that I was willing to take.
There you go.
Did you have any catches in your career?
I had 3 catches, 2 touchdowns, and I had more yards than Weston Dressler one game. So.
Oh, he remembers that one. He's like,
Sheesh, I like it.
I will tell Weston that I remember that every single day.
What game was that? What year?
2013, caught my first touchdown in the north end zone. Ben Heenan shifted over. They didn't account for me on the backside. Ran right in the I Love Regina sign, caught it. Just didn't want to be that fat kid to drop the ball. So that was the biggest thing going through my
success.
You might have the best catch to touchdown ratio in Rider history.
Look it up.
Sure, look it up. Look it up. Let me know.
3 catches, 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest one, I think my favorite is every receiver's like, oh, man, we don't need you to do anything. You're okay, big guy. It's like, hey, I haven't dropped the ball in a game. I'm perfect.
Yeah.
So
We'll give it to you for now.
Hey.
We might have to check the books. But
so you
yeah.
check the books. Check them.
Well, ask Rob Vanstone. He knows all that kind of stuff. Clark, what was it, or I should say, sorry, Clarky, what was it like for you thinking about your career in retrospect, kind of when it was happening? Like, how long did it take for you to digest that? I know it's a difficult question, but I think fans would be interested to hear what it's like. Wes has talked about it candidly a number of times.
I don't know. I always thought I was just like kid from Saskatchewan with the dream of like going across the Argyle Street Bridge in Regina, seeing Taylor Field, then transfer over to Mosaic Stadium. Man, that's like, man, that would be a cool place to work one day. And I've sat back in the locker room in the mornings and stuff like that and just like been like, man, I'm very proud of the way that I've carried myself to get here. But every single day that I walked into this building, it was, what have I done to earn my pay today? Always there's bigger, stronger, faster, and smarter coming in every single day. But what have I done to separate myself, to make myself stand out, to still earn that starting spot?
And what's it like when it comes to an end unexpectedly? Because Wes has talked about this recently, that he didn't know it was going to be his last game. He wanted to get in there to get some of his contract incentives, and then all of a sudden he's not back.
Absolutely, and to be upfront and honest, it's heartbreaking, right? You think about it, 14 years to an organization that you blood, sweat, tears, everything, and then you know what? Unfortunately, it's a business, and you know what? Hopefully, it teaches people that it's a business, and you know what? I love being a Saskatchewan Roughrider alumni through and through, and you know what? I'm proud of the journey that I took, and every single step of that journey is, you're proud of.
Yeah, I would say you definitely can't take it personal, and just by the way Dan has carried himself over the years, you know that he understands the difference between relationships and business and personal. And he was one of those great locker room guys that understood the game as well and the business side of it. And that's why you can walk away, no matter how it ends, and be just happy with your accomplishments. So definitely that's something Dan should be proud of. That was the way I tried to carry myself. Most guys don't get to pick their last game, right? So you just go in there. But what about today's game? What do you think about this two running back situation? Are you excited for the O-line to get the run game going, or are you pass pro? What?
No, pass pro. You don't want that in the playoffs. You look. I wish it was probably about like 20 degrees colder. Having the guys from the south come up here, especially BC coming in from a dome stadium. I know they practice outside, but when you can clank against another guy that has from the south, and you let them know, like, welcome to the cold game, that really sets it apart. But I look at the ground game, you look at the way that Armstead played in Calgary, really set himself up to be extraordinary. You think 200-plus rushing yards. I don't remember the last time we were able to do that as an offensive line. Years.
Yeah.
And then you think about Ouellette and what facet he brings to the game. It's going to be great. I think I wouldn't underestimate BC's D-line. I think they work very well together, and I feel like that offensive line is right now gelled to that opportunity that they can face the best of the best.
Clark, you got some autographs to sign. There's some people here that are going to love to see you. We thank you so much for taking some time. That was a wicked interview, man.
Thank you.
The energy.
Hey,
you had
I
some
appreciate
old-time
it.
stories. You were awesome.
Thank you.
I'm sure that's what it was like when you and Wes were in the locker room kicking it when you were with the Riders. So thank you very much.
Thank
man.
you very much, gentlemen.
Yeah, appreciate
Have a
it,
great
Dan.
day.
Enjoy it.